Why smart people disappear from everyone's life. Have you ever noticed something strange? The smartest people you know often disappear. Not forever, but long enough that people start asking questions. They stop posting. They stop explaining themselves. They stop showing up everywhere. And suddenly everyone thinks something is wrong. Are they okay? Why are they acting different? Why don't we see them anymore? But what if they're not falling apart? What if they're actually leveling up? Because the truth is, the strongest transformations usually happen in silence, not in public, not on social media, not where everyone can see. Think about it. When a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, it disappears first. When a seed becomes a tree, it grows underground first. Nature understands something that humans often forget. Growth needs privacy, and smart people eventually learn the same lesson. We live in a world obsessed with attention. Everyone wants to be noticed. Everyone wants validation. Everyone wants likes, comments, and approval. But intelligent people eventually realize something most people never do. Attention is not always an asset. Sometimes it's a distraction. Every notification steals focus. Every unnecessary conversation consumes energy. Every attempt to impress people takes time away from improving yourself. And once you understand that, you start protecting your attention like it's gold. That's when people think you've disappeared. But you're not disappearing. You're concentrating. You're redirecting your energy. You're choosing progress over popularity. And that's a decision most people will never understand. Here's the problem. Modern society rewards visibility. The louder you are, the more people notice you. The more you share, the more attention you receive. But attention and achievement are not the same thing. Some people spend years looking successful. Others spend years becoming successful. There's a huge difference. One creates an image, the other creates a reality. And reality always wins in the long run. Psychologists call this delayed gratification. The ability to sacrifice small rewards today for bigger rewards tomorrow. Most people struggle with it. They want results immediately. They want recognition immediately. They want proof immediately. But disciplined people think differently. They're willing to look boring. They're willing to be misunderstood. They're willing to work quietly while nobody is paying attention. Because they know something powerful. The life you dream about is built when nobody is watching. Nobody sees the early mornings. Nobody sees the failures. Nobody sees the sacrifices. Nobody sees the lonely nights spent improving. They only see the final result, and then they call it luck. But it was never luck. It was focus. Now let's talk about something deeper. Most people are addicted to external validation. Their confidence depends on likes. Their happiness depends on approval. Their self-worth depends on other people's opinions. And that's dangerous. Because when your value comes from outside, you lose control of your life. The smartest people eventually break that addiction. They stop asking for permission. They stop needing applause. They stop performing for an audience. And they start building something much stronger. Self-respect, because self-respect doesn't depend on strangers. It doesn't depend on followers. It doesn't depend on attention. It comes from keeping promises to yourself, and that's a level of confidence most people never experience. Another reason smart people disappear is simple. They need space to think. The modern world is incredibly noisy. News, drama, arguments, notifications, endless opinions. Everyone is talking, but very few people are thinking. That's why solitude becomes so valuable. Because when the noise disappears, you finally hear yourself. You discover what you actually want. Not what society wants. Not what your friends want. Not what social media wants. What you want. And that clarity changes everything. Now, don't get me wrong. This isn't about becoming lonely. Loneliness and solitude are not the same thing. Loneliness is feeling abandoned. Solitude is choosing peace. Loneliness weakens you. Solitude strengthens you. One is suffering. The other is power. And that's exactly why many successful people seem invisible during their growth phase. They're not hiding from life. They're preparing for it. While others are chasing attention, they're building skills. While others are seeking validation, they're building confidence. While others are following trends, they're creating a future. And eventually, the same people who questioned their silence start admiring their success. The same people who doubted them become curious. The same people who ignored them start paying attention. Not because